No doubt thankful that December is finished and January starts with a bang. I think 5 games in the first 8 days of this month.
Yeah, we've got an opportunity tomorrow on the road, and obviously we got some games at home. Catch up on the games that we've played on. We've been on the road a lot, and it'll be nice to be at home and to get a normal schedule. And I think that we've had some good games. We've had some games like the last one we didn't like. And it's not the first period. It's when it was, the third goal came real fast after the second, and to me that's where the letdown happened after. Because before that we were doing as good as them. And so, we first of all, we don't want any letdown at any moment, regardless of the score. And we want to get the same battle level that we had for 60 minutes against Columbus, against Tampa, against the Rangers, against Montreal, and all of those games were recent games too that everybody seems to forget also. So the players are dedicated, but it's been tougher for them mentally to accept losses or trailing in the game, because we haven't had the stretches that we would have liked to have had to build the self-esteem up and the confidence, and that's what we have to build. We got to work extremely hard, and that new year will give us that. And we started today, so had meetings, and on ice we practiced specific things, and so we're looking at fresh, and also what we've done is penalty kill and power play. We flipped the responsibilities of the coaches, just so that we get a refresher for the players, just a different voice, and also for themselves, for the coaches to get a new challenge, and it's good for me too. I get to work in different ways with coaches that have a lot of experience. We know that there's a lot of knowledge in the coaches' room, and we work all the time at finding ways. And I felt, and they felt, that that would be a good way to bring some freshness and some enthusiasm.
Coach, having to build up self-esteem at this point in the season, is that maybe the most unexpected thing that you're looking at?
No, because that's what my whole job is about, from day one till the last day of the season. So you have to build self-esteem individually, you have to build self-esteem collectively, and you have to build self-esteem versus opponents. So you can have a great year like last year, and you never win against Buffalo. So you have to build self-esteem for the next time you play them, whether it's just some players or it's a lot of players or the entire team. And building self-esteem and confidence is the primary role of players and coaches, and it's an ongoing battle all year long. It's just you don't see it. All you see is the result. We see the work that's behind it and the ups and downs, and even guys that do have success, you'd be surprised how low some of the self-esteem is. It doesn't matter how old the guys are, and it's normal. That's what sports are, and that's what life is in general. And right now we've got some guys that are more confident than others, but I think it's mainly a collective thing that it's more fragile, because we've lost some games that we would have liked to win, but at the same time, the minute we score a goal, the minute we're scored back after they score, whether it's against the Rangers or Montreal, or you can see that we're ourselves. And we just got to learn how to be ourselves when it seems to be a little tougher, when the opponent's getting 1 or 2 goals. We want to continue to be ourselves for 60 minutes and give ourselves a chance, which we did not do last game.
Does your team still believe in this system? Do you find that that's hard to sell when you're losing so much?
First of all, there isn't a system. We have many systems, so that's why I always find funny when people talk like that. Our systems change for every game. Every month there's new things coming in, and there's things taken out. And I don't know, what did you think against the Rangers? What did you think against Tampa?
I think overall over the last 2 months the team looks a little lost, and I'm not sure, even watching practice today, they seem frustrated. They just don't look right. They don't look confident. Well,
today I totally disagree. It's a practice where we wanted to switch power play PK, so we knew we were going to stall things like we've explained to them before practice. And I saw no frustration today. It's the opposite. I saw enthusiasm today. So in that respect, I'm very happy with today's practice, but you can make it worse than it is if you want. You're allowed to do that. But for us, from our standpoint, we had guys engaged today. We had lots of guys coming to the office and asking to see video. Guys in small groups wanting to make sure they continue improving their game. A goaltender in the office this morning talking about how we're going to approach the next days, and so these guys are extremely engaged. So I've got no issue with how engaged they are and how the leaders want to take action and take responsibility. So in that respect, no, the opposite. I've got a very engaged group, so I'm very lucky for that. It's right now we just got to find a way to be more consistent. More consistent doesn't mean you win every game. More consistent doesn't mean that you're perfect, because you're playing against great teams. And Boston is has been one of the top teams in the league, and we've had a hard time against them, just like a lot of teams have had a hard time against them. So the next time we play them, we hope that we have a bit more jumping confidence, and hopefully we don't play them on a back-to-back again. So that also should help. Yes, Craig is in for sure. He's healthy.
Going back-to-back with Mike.
Oh no, I said it's because Anderson wasn't healthy. So or else he would have been in the net.
Dumont in tomorrow as well, Coach?
Yes, he's healthy, ready to go. And Burrow is getting better. You saw him on the ice today. Smitty, it's getting better, but we're not there yet. Hopefully next week. So that's good, because there's a hard guy, and we need hard guys in our lineup. That's for sure. So hopefully he's back, and he's ready to play as soon as we can have him, for sure.
Stone the other night. Stone was pretty outspoken the other night about guys cheating at certain times, and that can't happen. Is that part of the mental thing that happens when
exactly?
Frustration?
Yes. Yeah. You saw it last game. Where we have a great first period. We got called on a penalty we really didn't. I think the fans showed it too, that we didn't deserve, and then we get scored against that. And after that, the second goal, and that's where frustration came in, and I think that's what he meant, and he was right in the sense that at that point, then we start to cheat to get back in the game. We start to do things that actually made us sink lower. Contrary to the previous game of the previous day against Columbus, where it was 3-1 for them, and it was the opposite. We stuck to what we're supposed to do, and we won the game. And I think that's what he was referring to, is that it's happened too many times that when things don't go our way, we stray away. And but it doesn't start like that. Most games the opposite. We have a good first period, we play hard. It's later when things don't go our way that we get away from what we're supposed to do. And when we don't, well, we get the result that we got against the teams that we won lately. And that's the lesson. That's whether it's leaders, whether it's skilled players or the other guys. I think that's what Stoner was referring to. And that's being on the same page for 60 minutes. Doesn't mean you win, but it means at least you give yourself a chance, which we didn't do in the middle of the game against Boston. And when it was 3, then after that we start to cheat, yes. And we start to do the things that make you go deeper into a hole rather than help you come out of it.